Chapter 4 Western Desert. Western Desert and I. Having a sandy area on the border gives us a sense of security. Moreover, Rajasthan is a nice tourist place with a large number of forts and palaces which tell us the story of courage and sacrifice. A desert is a land where it rains little. It can be sandy or rocky. The Western Desert is sandy. There is hardly any greenery there. This makes living conditions in a desert very harsh. This desert is located almost entirely in the state of Rajasthan. The Aravalli Hills divide the state of Rajasthan into two parts, eastern part and western part. The western part is sandy and rocky and is called the Thar Desert or Indian Desert. This desert is about 500 kilometers long and 100 to 300 kilometers wide. It stretches from the Aravalli Hills in the east to the borders of Pakistan in the west, and from the Rann of Kutch in the southwest to Haryana in the north. Water is very scarce in the Thar Desert, so there are hardly any plants and trees. The sandy soil forms into small hills called sand dunes. A sand dune has loose soil which flies with the wind and shifts its place often. It causes a lot of sandstorms in the area. At some places, some bushes and thorny bushes grow, such as cactus, babool, prickly pear, etc. Scarcity of water compels people to walk over long distances to bring water. At some places, the underground water comes to the surface and forms a water body. This place is called an oasis. The area around it is fertile, so people live here and grow some crops such as jowar, bajra, wheat, maize, pulses, etc. These crops do not need a large amount of water. Only a few rivers are there in the desert. These rivers either drain into salt lakes or disappear into the sands. The only river which drains into the Rann of Kutch is the Loni River. Deficient of water, the Western Desert finds some solace from the Indira Gandhi Canal which has been dug here. It brings water from the Sutlej River for irrigation. This canal has turned some parts of the desert green and fertile, due to which agriculture has become possible. This proves that if water is supplied here, the land can be made green and fertile. Owing to scarce water resources, the atmosphere is very dry. Harsh living conditions prevail here, so the population is very sparse. Shifting dunes make it difficult to build roads and lay railways. Therefore, the chief means of transport are horses and camels. A camel has padded feet so it can walk on sand easily. Also, it can live without food and water for a few days, so it is the most suitable animal for the desert. For this reason, it is popularly called the ship of the desert. Important terms. Important terms. Desert. An area deficient in rain and water. Sand dune. A small hill of sand formed by the wind. Oasis. An area in the desert where groundwater has come to the surface. Important facts. A desert is an area where it rains little. The large desert in western part of India is called the Thar or Indian Desert. Sand dunes are formed from loose soil. These dunes keep shifting their place. Scarce water makes it hard for plants and trees to grow. An oasis has some water and greenery, so people settle there and grow some crops. Availability of water can transform a desert into a green and fertile land. Horses and camels are the chief means of transport in the desert.